Ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget the best economics lesson which came in 2022, and it's the theory that recommends countries to insist that payment for their exports be made in their own currency. It has demonstrably turned out to be the best guarantee of monetary and economic stability for any country, and as we all know, this has been tested by fire. If countries like Argentina and Zimbabwe had implemented this and insisted that their exports be made in their currencies, and they had developed a special currency transaction mechanism for that within the frameworks of their respective central banks, they would not be having the inflation rates that they are suffering from for the last 2 decades. Their economies and currencies would be stable, and they would not be completely enslaved to any foreign currency just to barely survive as they are today. So this exports currency policy is an economics theory in itself that would even deserve a Nobel Prize because it applies everywhere, and it would generate much economic stability and growth, especially in the poor resource-rich countries in Africa, Latin America and Asia who have a lot to export. Right now the world can take note of how this theory is playing out economically, and so far the results are stunning, especially given the extreme force majeure circumstances under which this policy is being tested. Plus, it is obvious across the entire leadership spectrum of the international community that it is not in any country's best interest to be totally dependent on any currency that is not their own. Economies also require as many safety nets as possible given the lessons learned since COVID-19 and more so since the global inflation and the cost of living crisis in 2022. What this means is that the global economy needs to offer options, and countries see the imperative need to have choices. This is the only way to guarantee economic stability and prosperity for the world's peoples everywhere, and not just a few rich countries always getting richer at the expense of the world, which is actually a form of exploitation. Thank you.